When he first arrived in Hamilton, he was almost unceremoniously cast aside before ever stepping onto the field because he looked like a kid that was still in high school. Little did anyone know that this young man would go on to star for the Hamilton Tiger Cats and become one of the greatest players in Canadian Football League history. Hi, I'm Rick Zamperin. Welcome to the latest episode of the Fifth Quarter Show Legends, a weekly profile of the most iconic football players, coaches, and builders in Ticats history. If you missed any of the previous episodes, we've looked back at the life and legacy of Angelo Mosca, Bernie Filoni, and Paul Osbaldiston. Join me now as we jump back in time to learn more about the next Fifth Quarter Show legend. And here he is. Born on December 21st, 1935, and raised in a tiny community of about 500 people called Hayti in South Dakota. Who knew that Garney Henley would one day be inducted into numerous halls of fame in the United States and Canada, and for his exploits in not one, not two, but three different sports? Henley loved to play basketball and participate in track and field during his high school days, and led the Hayti Redbirds to the South Dakota Basketball Championship in 1954. After high school, Henley enrolled at South Dakota State on a track and field and basketball scholarship. But after only a few months, he transferred to Huron College. Nicknamed the Hayti Hurricane because of his speed, the 5'11", 175-pound Henley was an all-conference center in basketball and finished first in the 100-meter sprint, high jump, and broad jump events, just to name a few, and ran a 9.7 heat in the Nationals, but did not make the finals. Huron had a new football coach at the time named Jim Long, who encouraged Henley to join the team, and after thinking about it for a few weeks, Henley finally agreed. By 1959, Garney Henley rushed for 4,000 yards, broke U.S. college football's career points record, and was named a National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics All-American, which caught the attention of a legendary football coach. In the 1960 NFL Draft, Green Bay Packers head coach Vince Lombardi selected Henley in the 15th round, 173rd overall. Henley was also taken in the inaugural American Football League draft on November 22, 1959, by the New York Titans, but he decided to go to Green Bay instead of the Big Apple. Henley played a preseason game or two against teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys, and New York Giants, but he was Lombardi's final roster cut. Wanting to see Henley continue on his football journey, the future Hall of Fame head coach told him to see his friend Jim Trimble in Hamilton for an opportunity to continue to play football. So Henley packed up and headed for the Hammer. But when he arrived in the summer of 1960, the same year the new City Hall opened on Main Street West, Tiger Cats head coach Jim Trimble was skeptical that the slender-looking Henley could make it in the CFL. Trimble ordered assistant coach Ralph Sazio to work out Henley and send the 24-year-old packing if he didn't show well. Sazio saw something in Henley and convinced Trimble to sign him. And so he did. Henley started his CFL career in 1960 as a defensive back and receiver. And although the Ticats lost in the 1961 and 62 Grey Cups, Henley would win more than he lost. Garney, along with the likes of Angelo Mosca, John Barrow, and roommates Don Sutherland and Bob Krause, Hamilton would claim the Grey Cup in 1963, and again in 1965, and in 1967, and one more time in 1972. That year, Henley was named an All-Star for the 10th time, and won the Most Valuable Player award when he caught 36 passes for 881 yards and 7 touchdowns, and scored 1 rushing touchdown to boot. After 216 games, 80 behind Aussie's team record, Henley retired from playing football after the 1975 season. But while still playing for the Cats, he was hired by the University of Guelph's athletics department and became the men's basketball coach. After a few winless seasons, Henley led the Griffins to a national championship in 1974. He returned to the Ticats in 1989 as a defensive coach and later joined Ottawa's front office in 1995 before moving back to South Dakota. where he became the athletic director at his alma mater, which is kind of pretty cool. Garney Henley, whose 59 career interceptions remains a Ticats franchise record, and his 56 touchdowns ranks third. He's a true legend. Thanks for watching the Fifth Quarter Show Legends. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Click subscribe if you want to watch more. The next legend is going to be revealed next week, and the next episode of the Fifth Quarter Show Seasons will drop next Tuesday. Until then, Oski Wee Wee.